Hey guys, please don't ask why I have news tools again. I am a very inconsistent person, and if I stick to one single editing style, I will actually go insane. I'm very happy to announce that this video is sponsored by Parblo. They were nice enough to send me a free drawing tablet in exchange for me to review it and give my honest thoughts about the product. The drawing tablet that I will be reviewing today is called the Ingtanbo X7. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I will also explain whether I can recommend this drawing tablet to artists of different levels, so that they could decide if it's the right choice for them. Now without further ado, let's start with the review. After tearing open the bubble wrap, I was greeted by the stunning design of the box. Low-key felt bad after removing the little guy that was on the front, but I kind of have a review to do. And once I opened it, I saw that it was protected by this black foam thingy, the drawing tablet, and the instructions. The instructions pretty much tell you the steps into installing your driver onto the computer so you could have better pressure sensitivity. It also had cool looking stickers too. Here's how the tablet looks after taking the plastic bag off. Next, I unsealed the pen. I really liked the little Parblo label near the end, because usually other drawing tablet pens look kind of boring, so this felt like a breath of fresh air. Then we have the case for the pen. I tried putting the pen inside, but in my first try I was struggling, until I realized it was upside down. Silly me. Like most drawing tablets, it came with an artist glove and spare nibs. Finally, it comes with a nice light blue colored USB cable and a Type-C OTG adapter if you wanted to draw on your mobile device. At first, like any other drawing tablet, I needed to install the drivers so that the tablet could be connected to my laptop. I didn't really experience any difficulties with this part. However, it was a little bit strange that the driver was presented on a Google Drive instead of the actual, instead of the usual redirecting you to a random link and then that link automatically installs the driver onto your PC and such. I don't know, this process was just different, but in that part I just usually click the random links and I just find the model for the specific tablet, then proceed to download all that stuff, so I'm not going to really center too much on that part. I really wanted to review the process of installing drivers onto a phone and such, but Parblo doesn't currently support access to iOS devices, so you're probably going to have to watch another video for more information about that, because right now I'm just going to be reviewing how it feels on my laptop, so yay, that's really fun. Although I'm of course going to be talking more about that later on in the video when I'm talking about the pros and cons of this thing. After installing the driver, I was presented with the pressure sensitivity tab. I hope this isn't solely a problem for my laptop, but when I was testing out the pressure sensitivity, it had a little bit of delay onto it. So I kind of needed to go to a third-party drawing program to see if everything was okay, and in that point, everything was fine. So that was just a little something that I kind of stumbled upon, and it's probably just my laptop thing. When I was testing out the pressure sensitivity onto Clip Studio Paint, it didn't really feel that good at first. In this case, this was a personal problem that I ran into. It was really sensitive, and the pressure sensitivity settings were on default, so I was kind of confused why I was experiencing these problems, but of course I immediately fixed it after tweaking a little bit the little pressure setting window that you see right here. As you can see, the more pressure you add, the easier it is to create thicker strokes. This is my first time, reviewing a genuine product, so, please bear with me if some of my information doesn't make sense. Okay, so I think that's enough chit-chat. Now let's get into the real stuff, the pros and cons. The first pro is that the Ingtanbo X7 offers a very reasonable budget. Now, as somebody that has always had budget drawing tablets across my lifetime, this is definitely one of my favorite ones, because for some reason, my previous drawing tablets always ran into the same issues where I would randomly connect them to my laptop, but suddenly it's the pressure sensitivity for them just stopped working automatically. And from what I remember, they cost me quite a lot more. Just by a couple of dollars, of course, but that's still a big difference if you were to compare some of the other drawing tablets that are present in the market. However, if you're willing to save money and you're still with a very tight budget like me right now, then I totally recommend this drawing tablet to you, because you're totally not going to regret investing $60 like the official website implies. It's not a bad amount per se, especially for others that have a higher budget and the performances for them aren't as good. My next personal pro is that it doesn't feel sturdy and it is very comfortable to use. It's a very decent size, so you could take it anywhere as you please. I also really wanted to talk about the shortcut keys because, guys, please hear me out. These are actually really, really freaking amazing, and let me tell you why. They have like little symbols on top of the buttons so that you kind of get an idea of what they do. The button with the circle on it zooms in slightly. The one with the X zooms out a little bit. The plus is the eyedropper command. The minus is to freely move, and the square undoes your previous action, but not redoing it. Something that I will absolutely glaze Pablo for, and I will die on this hill for this, is the little wheel that is at the top of the commands. This literally saves my life because when it comes to drawing digitally, it is so annoying to zoom in with the little window that the art programs offer you because usually they're like really small. So in this case, I didn't really have to worry about any of that. Twisting it and turning it is really, really fun. And I kind of felt like a little DJ at times, like, ooh, yeah, slay, yeah. I don't know, I don't know what I'm saying. Overall, I think those are all of the pros that I have for now, and well, I think those are good enough. Now, if you're into negativity and all that stuff, drama, here comes the cons, the parts that I really did not like about the drawing tablet. The first con is a straight up nitpick. I mean, I've never really heard anybody talk about this, but the fact that it leaves a lot of scratches when you're putting a little bit of pressure onto the tablet, I tried not adding too much pressure in order to avoid deeper scratches, but it still happened regardless. And here's a picture of how it looks like at the end. I tried fixing it by the cloth that it gives you, but no, that didn't really work either, and it's just permanently there, I guess. I don't think there's any way that I could fix it, so I don't know. I guess the material is a little bit cheap on that matter, but I don't really care about that much, but it's just a personal nitpick of mine that I don't know if other people have experienced it. Hey guys, it's post-editing Peppers here. Now, I want you guys to disregard my last con completely. I had a hard time trying to edit that part out, so I'm just going to add this small note. So apparently the drawing tablet has like this protector onto it that avoids the original drawing tablet from getting scratched. That's why it looks like it has like that weird material on top of it. I didn't notice that at first because in previous drawing tablets that I've used, none of them have included that. So I think this is more of a pro rather than a con. So completely disregard the last quote-unquote con as an actual con because I think it's actually a really good thing that they're doing this. Yeah, my bad, guys. That's kind of a little oopsie-daisy that I did right there. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video, I guess. As I mentioned at the beginning of the review, I had to adjust the pressure at first because it felt really uncomfortable to draw in Clip Studio Paint. So I'm not really going to talk much about this because I already explained it all before. I had to tweak it a little bit. The default settings were just not working for me. Maybe they did for you, but I don't know. In my case, I just really didn't feel that comfortable at first. And the final con that I have is that I don't really recommend this drawing tablet for intermediate artists. If you're somebody that already has like a decent drawing tablet or you've been doing digital art for a while, then I guess this would work as kind of a side grade to what you're using right now. If you have like no interest into looking for new drawing tablets, I don't really recommend this for that. However, this part could actually be considered a pro for beginner artists because if you just want to start out with digital drawing and you want to find a good drawing tablet that's in the market, then I actually totally recommend this to beginner artists because it's really easy to use. Sure, it takes a while to kind of get used to it, and maybe you're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable at first. That's kind of what happened to me when I started drawing on it. But after about like 2 hours or so, when I started developing the drawing, it felt even more comfortable. So, my fellow beginner artist, if you're in a tight budget right now, or you want to get into digital art and all that stuff, then this drawing tablet isn't a bad pick for you. Of course, if you want to look for different alternatives in the market, maybe cheaper options, then I totally understand that. It's kind of just my personal point of view and how I've used drawing tablets in the past when I was just starting out in drawing. Of course, my experiences with those drawing tablets weren't really the best, but I totally picture myself loving this tablet if I were still a beginner artist. So yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about the drawing tablet for now. What's remaining of the rest of the speed paint is obviously a drawing of my two main baby girls, okay? I love Hevia and Yumera art, like, guys, oh my god, I love them. So obviously I decided to draw both of them. I really liked how this drawing turned out, and honestly, thank you, Pablo. Without this drawing tablet, I would have made like mid stuff, okay? I kind of ran out of what to say in this part of the script, so enjoy a little bit of silence for a minute. It's not a lot. I just have to fill in the time for the Speedpaint to end, like, final result in a couple of seconds or minutes. I haven't checked the time frame. Yeah. Stick around for my final thoughts. Hi, welcome to the conclusion part of the video where I yap about important things and the main message about the video. Yet again, I'm really grateful that Pablo reached out to me and literally sent me a free drawing tablet and such. Honestly, I've never had that opportunity in my life, and I was really excited to express my honest opinions of the product and so on and so forth. And on another note, I also wanted to yap about like a current situation that I'm going through. I recently moved to a new country. Things have been going well. I'm still kind of trying to adjust my life at the moment, but that's not the main point that I wanted to get here. Now, I wanted to announce that I have commissions open. Currently, I have unlimited amount of slots for people that are interested in checking out my prices and maybe supporting me a little bit. I'd be really grateful if you take at least a little time of your day to check out my prices, maybe take into consideration, and if not, maybe share the website. Other than that, I don't have much to say. I hope you enjoyed today's video and stay on the lookout for more uploads in the future. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya, cuties!